Question let about professional education part 34. Question number 1. A school implements a program where students plant trees and maintain a school garden to help reduce carbon footprint and promote biodiversity. Which sustainable development goal is being addressed? Letter A. Sustainable Development Goal or SDG number 4, Quality Education. Letter B. Sustainable Development Goal or SDG number 13, Climate Action. Letter C. Sustainable Development Goal or SDG number 3, Good Health and Well-being. Letter D. Sustainable Development Goal or SDG number 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities. The climate action refers to efforts aimed at addressing climate change and minimizing its harmful effects. It includes reducing greenhouse gas emissions, adapting to climate impacts like extreme weather, and protecting natural ecosystems that help absorb carbon dioxide. Examples include planting trees, conserving energy, reducing waste, using renewable energy, and promoting environmental awareness. When the school assigns students to plant trees and maintain a garden, the program directly aims to reduce carbon footprint and support biodiversity. These activities absorb carbon dioxide, improve air quality, and strengthen ecosystems, aligning with global efforts to combat climate change. Question number 2. A student arrives late 3 times in a week. The teacher calls the student's parents to discuss punctuality and ways to improve. Which strategy is illustrated? Letter A. Early intervention based on numerical tracking. Letter B. Immediate detention. Letter C. Ignoring minor tardiness. Letter D. Reducing class time. The correct answer is letter A. Early intervention based on numerical tracking. Early intervention is a strategy that involves identifying and addressing a problem as soon as it arises, rather than waiting for it to worsen. In the scenario, the student arrives late 3 times in a week, and the teacher immediately contacts the parents to discuss punctuality and ways to improve. This proactive approach reflects early intervention because the teacher addresses the issue promptly, using the student's attendance record, which is numerical tracking, to prevent the problem from becoming a chronic habit. While the immediate detention is a punitive, not proactive or preventive. The ignoring minor tardiness allows the problem to continue unaddressed, and the reducing class time is unrelated and does not address the behavior. Question number 3. Each student takes a one-on-one test administered individually to assess their reading or math skills. Which type of test is this? Letter A. Power test. Letter B. Group test. Letter C. Mastery test. Letter D. Individual test. An individual test is an assessment given to one student at a time in a one-on-one setting, allowing the teacher to observe the student closely and adjust to their pace. In the scenario, each student takes the test separately to assess their reading or math skills, making it an individual test. This approach provides more personalized and accurate information about each student's abilities, therefore the correct answer is letter D. Individual test. Again, the individual test is given one-on-one, while the option A is power test. It is to measure the level of difficulty a student can handle, often untimed. Option B is the group test. It refers to administered many students at once. The option C is the mastery test. It is to check if a student has learned a specific set of skills or knowledge. Question number 4. A school psychologist administers a standardized IQ test containing structured and uniform questions designed to measure a student's reasoning, spatial ability, and numerical skills. This type of assessment is used to obtain objective and measurable results. Which classification does this fall under? Letter A. Projective test. Letter B. Non-projective test. Letter C. Creativity test. Letter D. Mastery test. The standardized test is administered and scored in the same way for all students, ensuring fairness and allowing results to be compared objectively. Therefore, the correct answer is letter B, non-projective test. Because the IQ test in the scenario uses structured and standardized questions to measure abilities like reasoning, spatial skills, and numerical thinking. Non-projective tests provide objective, measurable, and easily scored results, making them suitable for assessing intelligence and other specific abilities. The difference of the non-projective tests and projective tests. The non-projective tests is used to measure specific abilities like intelligence, aptitude, achievement, or personality traits in a more direct, measurable way. It uses structured, objective, and standardized items such as multiple choice, true or false, or fixed questions. While the projective tests reveal inner thoughts, emotions, personality traits, and unconscious feelings of the students. It uses ambiguous or unstructured stimuli such as pictures, inkblots, and incomplete sentences. Question number 5. Teacher Sophia notices that many textbooks and learning materials in schools are in English, and she wants to promote the use and development of the Filipino language in education. She looks for an official government agency that oversees the promotion, preservation, and enrichment of the Filipino language. Which agency should Teacher Sophia coordinate with? Letter A, Department of Education or DepEd. Letter B, National Historical Commission of the Philippines or NHCP. Letter C, Komisiyon sa Wikang Filipino or KWF. Letter D, Cultural Center of the Philippines or CCP. The correct answer is letter C, Komisiyon sa Wikang Filipino or KWF. The Komisiyon sa Wikang Filipino or KWF was established on August 14, 1991 through Republic Act No. 7104. It is the official government agency responsible for the promotion, preservation, and development of the Filipino language. In the scenario, Teacher Sophia wants to encourage the use and enrichment of Filipino in schools where textbooks and learning materials are primarily in English. Coordinating with KWF would provide guidance, resources, and programs to support the integration of Filipino in education, aligning with the agency's mandate to strengthen and promote the national language. Question number 6. William is a 17-year-old student who had to stop attending regular high school due to work and family responsibilities. He still wants to complete his secondary education. His teacher informs him about a flexible learning program that allows him to study at his own pace, attend modular classes, and take assessments when ready. Which program is suitable for William? Letter A, Technical Vocational Education Program. Letter B, Alternative Learning System or ALS. Letter C, Regular Senior High School. Letter D, Open High School Program or OHSP. The correct answer is letter D, Open High School Program or OHSP. The Open High School Program or the OHSP is the most suitable option because it offers flexible, self-paced learning for learners who cannot attend regular school due to work or personal responsibilities. In the scenario, William needs a program where he can study through modules and take assessments when ready is exactly what OHSP provides. It specifically supports high school students who want to continue formal schooling but need flexible scheduling. Question number 7. During an English class, Teacher Ryan asks students to read 3 different poems about nature and compare the use of imagery, tone, and figurative language in each poem. Students must identify similarities and differences, and explain how the poets convey their messages differently. Which level does this activity represent? Letter A, Analyzing. Letter B, Applying. Letter C, Understanding. Letter D, Remembering. The correct answer is letter A. Analyzing is the last phase of lower-order thinking from Bloom's taxonomy. It involves breaking information into parts, examining relationships, and identifying patterns or differences. It requires deeper thinking than simply recalling or understanding facts. In the question, when students compare 3 poems by looking at imagery, tone, and figurative language. This task requires them to examine how each poem is constructed and how the poets convey their messages differently, which clearly demonstrates the analyzing level. While the applying is about using learned information in new situations, such as solving a problem or performing a task. It does not involve comparing or examining parts of a text. The understanding refers on explaining ideas or concepts in one's own words. It focuses on comprehension, not deeper comparison or analysis. And remembering is recalling facts, details, or information. It is the most basic level and does not require examining relationships or differences. Question number 8. On the first day of class, Mr. De La Cruz clearly explains the classroom rules, routines, and grading system to his students. Because this is their first experience in his class, they remember these rules throughout the school year and follow them strictly. Which principle of learning is being demonstrated? Letter A. Law of effects. Letter B. Law of exercise. Letter C. Law of primacy. Letter D. Law of readiness. The correct answer is letter C. Law of primacy. It states that the first learning or first experience a student encounters is often remembered best and forms a strong, lasting impression. What is learned first becomes difficult to replace because it creates the initial foundation for future learning or behavior. In the scenario, Mr. De La Cruz explains the rules, routines, and grading system on the first day of class, and because this is the student's first experience with him, they remember and follow these rules consistently throughout the year. This shows the law of primacy, where the initial learning sticks the strongest. Again, the law of primacy states that the first experience a student encounters is remembered best and creates a strong, lasting impression. While the law of readiness explains that learning is most effective when the learner is mentally and physically prepared. The law of effect emphasizes that learning is strengthened by satisfying consequences and weakened by unpleasant ones. Meanwhile, the law of exercise highlights that learning improves through repeated practice and diminishes when practice stops. Question number 9. During a flag ceremony, students sing the national anthem and recite the Panatang Maccabayan together. Teacher Pamela explains that this activity helps instill unity, shared values, and respect for the country among learners. Which sociological theory of education is reflected in this situation? Letter A. Conflict theory. Letter B. Consensus theory. Letter C. Critical theory. Letter D. Symbolic interactionism. The correct answer is letter B. Consensus theory. It states that schools help maintain unity, shared values, and social order by teaching common beliefs and practices. In the situation, students singing the national anthem and reciting the Panatang Maccabayan together promotes national identity, unity, and respect for the country. The conflict theory sees education as a system that maintains power and social inequality, benefiting dominant groups over others. The critical theory focuses on challenging oppressive structures in schools and society by questioning power, bias, and injustice. And symbolic interactionism explains how students and teachers create meaning through daily interactions, symbols, and shared interpretations inside the classroom. Question number 10. During a math lesson, Ms. Ramos notices that Liza prefers solving problems using logical reasoning, step-by-step computation, and detailed analysis. She also enjoys organizing her notes neatly and following clear instructions. Which side of the brain does Liza primarily use in learning? Letter A, left brain. Letter B, right brain. Letter C, both hemispheres equally. Letter D, neither hemisphere. The correct answer is letter A, left brain. The left brain is commonly associated with logical and analytical thinking. It handles step-by-step problem solving, organization, sequencing, math computation, language rules, and tasks that require clear, structured processes. In the question, Liza prefers logical reasoning, step-by-step computation, detailed analysis, and organized notes, all characteristics of left brain dominant learning, which is why the correct answer is left brain. While the right brain is associated with creativity, intuition, and holistic thinking. It focuses on visual spatial skills, imagination, patterns, emotions, music, and artistic expression. Learners who rely more on the right hemisphere often prefer activities like drawing, storytelling, exploring ideas freely, and understanding information through images or big picture concepts. Thank you for watching.